Brandon, first of all, I was just talking about the fact that I was saying how I know traveling with a team, as you guys are talking about, you see a hotel, you see the rink, you know where to have dinner. Other than that, you're learning about Columbus right now today, aren't you?
Yeah. It's you don't see much when you play here. You know, you're here to play hockey. It's a quick in and out trip. So this, especially getting to see the rink on the other side and getting a tour around the city today, it's exciting.
A couple of weeks ago, you were hoisting the Stanley Cup. Could you have imagined that you'd be sitting here wearing this sweater right now?
Yeah, it's a whirlwind for sure. You know, even hearing it, there was a lot of emotions going through, and even coming here, there's more. So it's an exciting day and a new chapter for me.
Were you excited about the trade? And I know from the outside it kind of looks like, how could a guy be excited to leave a Stanley Cup winner and go somewhere else? But what were your thoughts when that all went down that day?
It was a tough day. You know, it was a lot being on the phone especially, and hearing that, you know, you develop memories and establish friendships there, and playing there for a few years. So it's definitely a tough day, but at the end of the day, it's a business, and there's a lot of excitement here, and I'm looking forward to being here.
You've had a chance to play against the Blue Jackets, obviously, in the last couple of years. I just read something the other day where they were classified as, or kind of characterized as, a Western Conference team playing in the Eastern Conference, which is not too big of a stretch because they were just in the Western Conference a couple of years ago in the same division with the Blackhawks. Do you see them like that? Do you see this team as being very similar to a lot of the teams you faced in that conference the last few years?
Yeah, it's there's always East and West. It's a little bit different style of play, and like you said, with Columbus being in the West, that's kind of how they established their game. And going to the East, when they were healthy, they had a lot of success. So you could call it what you want, but I'm very excited to be a part of a good team.
Were there any guys that you knew? I think you played with Dalton Proud as junior a little bit. So any other guys that you knew on this team?
No, I've obviously played against them, and even more some guys in junior. I played with Prouder there for a few months in Saginaw. So I'm looking forward to meeting the rest of them.
You've had a great opportunity to play with players like Jonathan Toews in Chicago, Patrick Kane, big premier players in the league. Ryan Johansson is a guy that could be on the cusp of being one of those premier players in the league. I know it's been talked about. You talked about maybe getting to play with him. But just beyond him standing out, when you look at this entire team, what do you see as far as the overall talent and the possibilities for you?
Yeah, their depth is huge, and that's what it takes to win, you know, to have that depth. And you look down the line, especially when they're healthy, they got a lot of skilled guys, a lot of guys that commit to playing the role of the team and competing. So it was always a challenge coming into this building, especially playing against a tough team, and I'm looking forward to be on this side.
I got to ask you a question that Duncan Keith actually brought up at the All-Star game this year. The advantage of having the practice rink attached to the rink itself, where you're always going to the same place every day, and you know, you're always in that same dressing room. That's something that I don't think a lot of people talk about that, but how nice is that for you as you get a chance to look around today?
Actually, I just heard about that this morning, so it's pretty exciting. You don't have to dress and travel, or it's good for everyone, you know, to be here and be in the same building all the time. It's really convenient, and that's just one of the perks.
Speaking of travel, your home's not too far away from here.
That's right.
You're from the suburban Pittsburgh area, so a chance for your family to get here a little bit more?
Definitely. You know, we made the drive this morning, and it's only a few hours away. It's definitely going to be a lot of tickets this year, and it's going to be exciting.
Yeah. Well, between now and when you come back for training camp, what's the rest of your summer like? Have you had your day with the cup yet?
No, I get that at the end of the month, so I'm back home in Pittsburgh, and that's another opportunity to share part of my success with the people that matter the most, and that got me there along the way. So it's going to be a great day. Short
summer once again for you, huh?
Very short, yeah, but the excitement's through the roof.
Well, we're very excited to have you here. Thanks for taking a couple of minutes. It's great to meet you, and enjoy the rest of your day in Columbus.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, that's Brandon Saad joining us here.